Okay, it's been a minute and I haven't shown people my face in a long time. So I just wanted to make a little quick video for all my folks on YouTube. I just want to show them what I've kind of been up to, what's on my mind, and some of the stuff I'm growing. I just, this past few days, brought out some plants, my warm season plants, so like peppers, tomatoes, beans that I'm experimenting with to grow earlier. A few others like tomatillos, but overall I still got a few little weird plants growing in the grow rack or the grow room, so I just wanted to show you guys what I'm growing. So I have been growing some native plants. I can't remember where I got this, but as you can tell, I need to transplant this butterfly milkweed. I've never had it grow this good. So I'm excited to plant it out there and pick a good spot and see if it can keep coming back. Usually I get them to grow about once a year for a whole season, and then they just don't come back. So hopefully that's different. I got some partridge pea. I think these have been really cool. Every time the sun or the lights come on, they open up their leaves, and then when they shut off, they close. Some scurf pea. And these are all legumes that put nitrogen in the soil. These are native prairie. I got some other milkweeds, and I did an experiment. So I bought these seeds from Prairie Moon Nursery, and I did not stratify them the way that they said. So I stratified them for the correct time, but I did not put them in a bag, a paper towel with a moist paper towel in a bag. I just put the packets in there, and it worked for, I'd say, about most varieties, but my germination was kind of poor on the milkweed. So if you're following in my footsteps, I would definitely say do stratify the lead plant and the milkweed and any other seeds you have. I would definitely stratify those. So I'm gonna try again if I have any extra seeds, and the coneflower as well. Coneflower did not like just being in there dry, so give that some consideration. Another wacky thing I'm growing is some, as you can tell, so I tried to order some Chicago hardy figs. That was a whole learning experiment. I'm glad I did it, because if it doesn't work out, I'm just gonna end up buying a tree and doing more cuttings on my own. And I have access to another variety. I think, like I said, this one's variety, Chicago hardy. Then I can't remember the name of the other one, but it's a very common one for colder climates. Anyways, so these are pawpaws, Asamina triloba. I think that's the scientific name. These I harvested, I went and foraged for, I collected the seeds, I stratified them. I'll do a whole video on that in the future for other people who are on the same wavelength. And I stratified these, and I planned these kind of late. I think I planned these sometime in winter. Don't know when. I should have marked them. Usually I do. I have some in this pot too. But one thing I will note is that growing pawpaws from seed is not a quick process. Nothing you do with these trees are quick. They don't produce fruit for at least half a decade unless you graft on another variety or cultivar. And they just take so long to develop their root system. A lot of people don't know how to keep them alive. They definitely need to stay moist but not too soggy, and they definitely take a long time. I have some that I have grown from seed in the past, from other ones. I don't know if you can see them. And they still haven't put out leaves. I have transplanted some out that were dormant, and they have expanded in. I feel like they've had some secondary growth, but they haven't put out any new greenery. And their roots they're sending their roots down, which is really important for the health of the tree. Beyond that, it's just, you gotta be patient with these trees. I'll cover this in a more in-depth video in the future, but I just kind of wanted to get this up here and kind of ramble and see who's listening. Another interesting thing that I'm growing in my grow rack is, like I said, these figs. I saw this start popping up, but I'm kind of worried about it. You see that leaf is getting gray, that little baby one. It still has that healthy main leaf, but I'm worried that its roots aren't that developed, and it's just trying to get all this energy in this leaf, and we'll see. If the leaf dies and there's no more new growth, I'll know that it's just probably dead, but I'm optimistic since it's got that green shoot still. So hopefully I can get that into a Chicago hardy fig tree in the future. But this is the Dwarf Orinoco. I ordered these from a guy on Etsy. He's been great. I ordered these right after Christmas as an impulse purchase with some holiday spending money. And of course, he doesn't send it for another week, which is fine. I get it, everyone's celebrating. And by the time it gets here, there's a historic snowstorm in my area. So postage is all wacky. People aren't getting their packages. It's just a perfect storm of bad luck. I was super worried about these plants because I know that they're relatively cold hardy. If you look up Dwarf Orinoco, I think they can survive up to 15 degrees. But this was like negative 13 days. And I was just like, if they're sitting in some truck, they're going to be dead. And I ordered these, and this one, obviously, the taller one, was fine. There was another one, it was way more wilted and burnt, and I tried to revive it the best I could, gave it a couple weeks. It died. This one was fine. And then I asked him for a exchange. The seller was very cool. He was very nice. He said, of course, just I ran out of plants, so you're gonna have to ask again here in a couple months. So I asked him in March. He said, he kind of danced around it. I could tell. He said he had one reserved, but I could tell he just wanted to get it more established. Asked in April. He said, all right, sure. Yeah, sorry about that. Sent it out. I got this one today, or a few days ago. And this is the difference. These plants grow crazy fast. They love as much light as you can give them, and they like water. It came with a care sheet. I'm planning on getting these in some bigger pots, like this pineapple plant I have. I grew this from an actual pineapple top that you get at the store. And it's a little tricky to get these down, but it's fun. They get kind of big. I'm hoping to get a pineapple plant, but it takes a couple years. I've been growing this for a couple years. But these ones I'm gonna kind of do in a similar size pot. I'm gonna put them outside in the summer and bring them in the winter. They get between 6 to 10 feet, but I'm hoping that mine will stay between 7 and 8 feet so I can bring it inside. Hopefully not bring in too many pests or anything. I'll have to keep them separate. But I want to try to get some hanging lights that can get it some sunlight. And I just recently got that as a gift, so we'll see what happens. If it gets too short, I might have to make it go dormant. Or if it gets too tall, I have to probably make it go dormant and I won't get any fruit this year. But that's okay. This is an experiment, and if push comes to shove, I can when I buy land or do whatever in the future, know someone who has land, I can set up a greenhouse and get some bananas, which Dwarf Orinoco do produce bananas. I think you can grow these up until zone 7B. I'm in zone 6B, so I'm kind of pushing my luck, but I thought with a little bit of structure, you could probably make something happen. It's not ideal as these love water, and I'm kind of trying to gear my garden towards more native, drought-tolerant varieties, but this is kind of just for fun. This is a wacky plant. Anyways, guys, I just wanted to say thank you for all who have joined me on my journey in the garden and fishing and hunting and doing whatever I end up doing in the future. I kind of love to just do whatever I want to do. That's the whole point of this YouTube channel, and I hope you stick with me and just give me any ideas of what you think would be cool to see, or just what adventures you want me to take you on, because I know a lot, or I think I know a lot, but I don't know what you guys like. So if I want to post radio footage or radio content, I might do that. Might do some old tool restorations. Who knows? Cooking. The sky's the limit.